No, I usually actually, well, depending on the day, if I have like some work online to do, or like if I have to edit videos or photo, things like that. So kind of depend on each day, but usually I work from my computer online from, I don't know, 8 9 a.m. up until 3 to 4 or even 5 p.m. Important things that I think that I do strive to do my best at it is to have a well work balance between a well work-life balance between my work life and my private life or social life or wherever. I think that's extremely important. It's something that I do try to do at the best of my abilities. And so yeah, especially like when you work online, when you work from home, it's much, I will say it's a bit harder to find that balance. So I think it's like really important to think about it a bit more consciously, which is why I do take some break during the day between my work hours, and when I finish work, I do my best to just put my work aside, because you know what one thing that I do struggle a little bit at the beginning of my of me working online or just working from my computer is that you kind of might tend to bring your work at home. I mean, you are at home, but I mean, you may fall in the in the spiral of like working pretty much 24 hours a day. I usually like to unwind from work. Once I log off, I may do like some physical activities that may be like doing some exercise, go for a run, or even here in Fuerteventura, in Italiano, Fuerteventura, it's amazing because you just log off from your computer, you have the ocean in front of you, and you just go for a swim. And so yeah, I think it's important for everyone. If you don't work online, even if you don't work from your computer and you do a 9 to 5 job, a normal job, a corporate job, or wherever, I think that it's extremely important to have a well balance between your work life and your private life. And actually there is a sentence, a phrase that came to my mind. It was like an audio on Instagram, and it says like that: if you work more than you live, then you're basically screwed. Sorry for the look. I may look a little bit worn out right now because I just came back from running. When you stay seated for quite a long time, you need to move your body. So I really needed that. And the fun thing about that is actually that I used to really like running. With times I grew out of it. Now I started hating it, and somehow when I'm not at home, when I'm in another country, apparently my love for running start again. So that's also, I think that's nice, that's good. But one thing that I really like about about the accommodation that I'm staying in is the fact that it has a really big pool and even a jacuzzi and a heated pool, which is amazing when you just want to relax, cool down without driving your car to the nearest beach, which is still close, but you just go out from your room, from your apartment, and to have this big swimming pool to unwind and relax after a work day, which is what I'm going to do right now. a really good way to just, after a run, just take like a very cold, feels like a very cold shower at the beginning, but then it's so relaxing. One thing that Fuerteventura is definitely known for is for its goat cheese. You can find a lot of variety here, from the most cured one, soft one with pepper, with paprika, like a lot of variety, and it's really really good. Even though I don't usually eat cheese, but when you come here, it's definitely one thing that you have to try, and it's very famous because of the culture around. And today I'm in the Museum of del Queso, where, as you can imagine from the name, it's a cheese museum basically, which tells a little bit about the story of the geology of the place, the different goat species. It's a quite interactive one, which makes the visit quite interesting, and also choose to do the degustation that comes with the ticket. Well, you paid on the side, but I thought it was very interesting to try the different cheese taste in the perfect environment. Just finished the cheese testing. Unfortunately, the lady was explaining a little bit more about the story and the taste of each piece of cheese. Didn't want it to be recorded, and that's totally accepted. So I wasn't able to record anything else rather than just the board of cheese. But I will give you just a little bit of a background of each cheese before I forget. So they basically talks a little bit more about the story of the cheese and the rules and regulation around it, and also a little bit about the story and background of the goat cheese here in Fuerteventura. So apparently, since the Canary Islands are very close to Africa, even though they're part of Spain, seems like the majority of people actually came from the north of Africa. They later on went to Lanzarote, and later on they settled down here in Fuerteventura and bring along the goats that were basically all around the island. So actually the first cheese that we tried, it was very almost like a Philadelphia kind of taste. It was very very soft and almost melting inside the mouth, which was my favorite as well. And starting from there, the taste and the consistency of the cheese getting has got a little bit more hard and more friable in all of that, in the taste as well, a little bit more stronger, like real cheese actually. In It was a quite an interesting experience, honestly, because like I said before, I don't really eat cheese normally, so it was an interesting thing to try. I do recommend it if you come visit here in Fuerteventura, especially the museum, because it gives you like a 360 kind of experience around it and around the culture.